Start. Para. Hunger is an indicator of the enormity of social injustices prevailing globally. The existence of hunger can be traced back to many years back. It has been one of the driving factors behind the French Revolution in the 18th century, where the lack of bread in Paris was also the reason, other than demands for political freedom. It has been the cause and effect of many riots occurring due to unjustified government policies causing severe economic hardship and clashing with the basic human right to food. Tea, a non edible food item, was used as a protest tool to protest the British tax on tea imported to the colonies by a group of citizens. The food crisis around the world led to the immediate establishment of the World Food Programme. Moreover, many other United Nations agencies have incorporated hunger or food security in their work programs, which include the United Nations Children Education Fund, the World Health Organization, the United Nations Development Program, and the different United Nations missions to war torn countries. Para. The loose definition of term hunger has led to adaptation in its meaning, often to serve the purposes of those experiencing it. In affluent countries, especially, hunger is the grabbing pain in the stomach for many on missing a meal. On the contrary, another form of hunger is the physical debilitation of those affected from chronic undernutrition. However, hunger that encloses the emotional and political aspects of the society is multidimensional. It involves the anguish of a farmer who, in a dilemma to pay the rent for the land or feeding his family, has the only option left to sell the produce from his farm. It includes the pain of suffering one goes through to see in helplessness one's loved ones die for violating the practices and policies set by the few dominant elites. Imposition of laws and regulations is just to ensure that the poor and hungry are compelled to provide their labor in lieu of low wages or small quantity of food. Regulations are imposed to reduce the chances of self-sustenance in poor so that their existing condition remains unaltered. The schemes run by the Indian government on providing rice and wheat at extremely subsidized rates are also of little help to the poor, as either the grain is black marketed or its quality is too poor for consumption by any human being. The main cause of hunger in some parts of the world is considered to be the population growth, which put pressure on the limited resources of the world. Para. English economist argued that food and water supply at some point would be unavoidably outstripped due to fertile land and safe drinking water being finite resources. Therefore, a disastrous consequence of high population growth rate would be anarchy and mass starvation. Some drastic measures have been taken to reduce the population growth rate based on this belief and the problem of addressing their needs. Para. Hunger, which is the cause and effect of poverty, is responsible for the depletion of people physically and psychologically. For the poor to earn a living, the most abundant asset available is labor. However, this labor is of no avail due to hunger that further entraps the poor in hunger and poverty. The everyday struggle of finding food for the family relinquishes any thought of long-term development in the miserably poor. Even after the discovery of many innovative ways by the modern technology and medical research to fight various pests and diseases, famines have been a serious trouble for a long time. The increasing pressure to resolve the food crisis among world's population has led to the utilization of marginal, erosion-prone lands and deforestation. This causes the environment to be more inclined to famine situations and undermines the fertility of the land. Natural disasters do not discriminate the poor from the rich and affect them alike. Reconstructing agriculture to be more self-reliant and discouraging specialization could be an alternative solution to the hunger in modern day. Stop.